Catherine Miller, and this is my journey to and through Azusa Pacific University. In 2009, I graduated from Cal State LA with a bachelor's degree in communicative disorders and had a dream of becoming a speech pathologist. After a 2-year break and 12 years in special education, I changed my life direction and decided to become a special education teacher. I had worked with many children with multiple disabilities and felt that the classroom was where I belonged. APU was a no-brainer for me. My mother had also received her master's in education from the same institution, and the university was always in the back of my mind. I began classes in early 2013, earned my credential in 2014, and am completing my final days in the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's program. My classes throughout the program have been enlightening. In EDUC 511, I explored the qualities of an effective teacher and developed my own educational philosophy. I learned that I didn't know a lot about what technology was available for the classroom. I explored, and then I enhanced my personal knowledge. In EDUC 512, I was introduced to the many educational applications available for iPads and began to explore their uses. I learned the ins and outs of Microsoft Word and delved into Numbers and Keynote, which I use extensively with my students. I toyed with blogging and developed a web quest about one of my passions, Egyptian mummification. EDUC 514 and 515 introduced me to the video aspects of the program. I learned about the importance of video in the classroom and various pieces such as lighting, sound, and editing. I also learned to not be afraid in front of the camera. After all, my students see me in that capacity every day. Although I have used Twitter for years, I developed an additional personal learning network of educators throughout the country, many of whom have contributed countless words of encouragement and advice. EDUC 522 was my most eye-opening course. I learned to identify, evaluate, and appreciate my students' differences. I learned how to incorporate technology into my lessons while targeting varying learning styles through my 15-day unit plan on medieval Europe. I also utilized the skills I learned in EDUC 514 to put together an informational video outlining my unit and the technologies I incorporated. My final course, EDUC 526, has been the culmination of all of these projects into an online portfolio highlighting my work. For my action research plan, I decided to target a problem that has plagued me most of my life. I have an inability to organize due to generalized anxiety disorder, which can be quite severe, and I have dealt with this disorder for over 30 years. Through research, I learned about a form of meditation called mindfulness, which focuses on noticing the physical sensations, such as the feel of one's breathing, and teaches people to focus on the present moment. I also tried the emotional freedom technique, which involves systematically tapping different points on the body to reduce stress. I charted my levels of anxiety 4 times a day for 4 weeks. I was making progress until a devastating event occurred over the winter holiday that threw me into a tailspin, which still continues. I learned throughout the process that I am in more control than I ever realized, and once things settle down around me, I will be able to gain control once again of my anxiety. In the meantime, I have managed to sort through 10 years' worth of bills and junk and have created a functioning workspace for myself where things are neat and organized and I can breathe. My curricular unit plan is a thematic unit designed to introduce students with mild to moderate learning disabilities to the important historical events of Europe in the Middle Ages. Students will learn how the interaction of different societies brought about the development of new ideas, art, and technology, how religion influenced how civilization developed and how culture spread, why conflict often brought about great change, how and why disease and war took the lives of millions of people in the late Middle Ages, where the various locations that were important during this era were located, and who were the important figures of the time. This unit provides students with a thorough knowledge of the Middle Ages in Europe and addresses 4 IEP goals using Common Core State Standards and ISTE standards and incorporates technology throughout the lesson to support the curriculum. The goals are in the following domains: writing mechanics, written expression, reading, and social-emotional. After all, students need to know how to work together to create something wonderful. Students will accomplish their tasks through a variety of projects that include the mapping of crucial locations, analyzing the symbolism used in medieval artwork, exploring various types of musical instruments from the Middle Ages, collaboration with classmates on multiple assignments, and the use of iPad applications and websites for various interactive activities and presentations. My time at APU has been one of growth and self-discovery. I find that I credit APU with being the catalyst for many of my changes, both at the university and in my personal life. I entered the program full of self-doubt and lacking the confidence that I could actually be an effective teacher. I leave the program knowing that I am effective, and I have the tools to make my lessons engaging and fun. I feel as though I am ready to take on the world. I have made lifelong friends who are now colleagues, and I walk away from APU with a support system that is infallible. I will never forget my time here, and I will cherish every memory for the rest of my days.